A member of the Brat Pack himself, director Andrew McCarthy managed to wrangle most of the group's members for his documentary, the aptly titled Brats. Two actors are noticeably absent, Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson. A play on the informal group of 50s and 60s entertainers known as the Rat Pack, the Brat Pack refers to actors who appeared together in a string of coming-of-age films in the 1980s. So-called core Brat Pack members, like McCarthy, Ringwald, and Nelson, appeared in the ensembles of either John Hughes's The Breakfast Club and Joel Schumacher's St. Elmo's Fire. From Pretty in Pink to Blue City, the Brat Pack starring movies went on to define 80s Hollywood, and, for a long time, the actors themselves. For performers like McCarthy, a lapsed Brat Pack membership is still a defining trait. A few years ago, the actor-turned-director published a memoir about the experience, Brat, an 80s story. The Hulu documentary Brats revisits parts of McCarthy's memoir, all while expanding its point of view to include other Brat Pack alum, like Emilio Estevez and Ally Sheedy, leading many to wonder why Ringwald and Nelson don't appear in the film. Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson declined to be interviewed for Brats. The Breakfast Club stars weren't interested in revisiting the past for Hulu's documentary. Emilio Estevez and Andrew McCarthy in Hulu Brat's documentary Bratpack.jpg. In Brats, McCarthy seeks out fellow Brat Pack alum to have honest conversations with them about their fond and not-so-fond memories associated with the moniker. While the tight-knit group of 80s actors were launched to new heights of stardom thanks to the Brat Pack phenomenon, the group's all-defining legacy isn't necessarily all positive. McCarthy, who hadn't seen some of his friends and former co-stars in decades, notes that the Brat Pack association is like an octopus. At times, the tentacles offer a nice embrace, but sometimes it can feel more confining, via Entertainment Tonight. While Judd Nelson doesn't appear in the film because he was hard to track down, reportedly, he lives a quiet life and doesn't make himself available for Hollywood projects. Ringwald has been more open about her feelings about the Brat Pack label. Previously, the 16 Candles actor called the Brat Pack designation limiting, especially when she tried to take on more adult roles. In Brats, McCarthy explains that he did ask Molly Ringwald to join the movie, and while she said she'd think about speaking, it became clear to the director that Ringwald was more interested in looking forward. Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson still appear in the Brat Pack documentary in footage. The core Brat Pack members can be seen throughout Andrew McCarthy's Brats. From Demi Moore and Ally Sheedy to Rob Lowe, the Brat Pack actors appeared together time and again, redefining the types of movies that could become Hollywood blockbusters. On the downside, they were often packaged together in a way that clearly feels reductive to some of its members, especially in hindsight. While Ringwald and Nelson don't appear to discuss their current feelings about the Brat Pack label, they can be seen throughout Brats in archival footage and scenes from some of the biggest Brat Pack films, so both Molly Ringwald and Judd Nelson are still very present in the documentary.